Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to say thank you for coming to our presentation. It's great to see you all. And first, let me introduce our group first. My name is Yudhistira Nuzuli Ardana, and my friend is Siti Rayhannah and Virgi Febrian Hermawan, and we are from the group 4. So, in this opportunity, I would like to present you about our project using Cisco Packet Tracer with the title Smart Governance Office with IoT. Next. Okay, this is our team. Next. Okay, firstly, I would like to explain about table of contents in our presentation. First, we have the introduction. It's a brief explanation of IoT and Cisco. Secondly, we are explaining to you about topology and our IP in this project, topology mesh that has been made in our project. And thirdly, we will explain you about room description, and you can describe it up. And number four is IoT configuration, and last is output configuration. Next. So as I said before, I would like to explain you about introduction. What does IoT mean? So IoT it stands for Internet of Things. Internet of Things is a concept or a program where an object has the ability to transmit or transmit data over a network without using the help of a computer and human devices. In Packet Tracer, create a network design IoT by connecting with intermediate network devices. Okay, next. Explanation of Cisco Packet Tracer. Packet Tracer is a simulator of Cisco network tools that is often used as medium of learning and training, and also in the field of computer network simulation research. Next, we have our topology and IP address. Okay, next. Okay, here our project. Previous slide sebelum. Okay, this is our project that we made in Packet Tracer. We made a simple government office or any Indonesian is kantor kelurahan or kecamatan, etc. So we made a simple IoT like it. We have the home gateway in the middle or in the lobby room, and we have the server room, close to the cell tower, and you can control remote as far as and the security house. We have a bunch of IoT devices such as webcam, ceiling fan, and automatic door, automatic windows, and coffee maker. Okay, next. We have the IP address on its devices. Device name firstly is a DNS server. The interface port is FA1/1. The IP address that we have, the DNS server head is 10.0.0.254. The subnet mask is 255.0.0.0, and default gateway is 10.0.0.1. And next, we have the device name IoT server with interface port fast Ethernet 2/1, IP address 10.0.0.253. The subnet mask is the same as the DNS server. Default gateway is yes, same as the DNS server too. And we have the central office server using interface port gig or gigabit Ethernet. Yeah, IP address is dynamic assign. Subnet mask is dynamic assign. Default gateway is dynamic assign. And cell tower, we have the interface port using coaxial. IP address is 172.16.1.1. and subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, and default gateway. There's no default gateways, and server kantor we have the interface port using fast Ethernet 0, and the port 0 IP address is 192.168.210.2. The subnet mask is 255.255.255 and 240. And smartphone is using wireless connection. IP address is dynamic. Subnet mask is dynamic, and default gateway there's no default gateway. And home gateway, most important device in our project. Sorry, using wireless connection has IP address 192.168.25.1, and the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, and default gateway is dynamic sign. We have the PC zeros tail, the PC14 using in each room. Using interface port is fast Ethernet. IP address is 192.168.10.3 till 14, and subnet mask is always the same from PC4 and tail the PC14. Using subnet mask is 255.255.255.240, and there's no default gateway. And ceiling fan using wireless connection. IP address is dynamic assign. Subnet mask is dynamic assign, and default gateway is dynamic assign. So the CCTV is same as we're using wireless connection. IP address is same as the previous preference like a ceiling fan. It's all the dynamic sign from IP address to default gateway. Okay, in the next slide, it will explain by my friend. Okay, please, my friend, explain the next slide.
Okay, thank you, Yudhis. I will describe all rooms in our projects. Okay, first, we have support staff room. In this room, there are two computers, one server computer, one server, one telephone, and for the IoT device, there are two windows, two ceiling fan, two CCTV, and one automatic door. And on the right side, on the screen, we have a meeting room. In this room, there are one laptop, one printer, one telephone, and for the IoT equipment is a fan and CCTV and the door, one door. Next. Okay, we have simple kitchen also, and for the IoT equipment in this room has windows and has an automatic coffee maker or coffee machine. And next is head office. In this room, there are automatic lights, laptops, CCTV, and telephones. Okay, next. Okay, in the left side on the screen, we have server IoT room. The server IoT room is for making a connection to device. You want to connect with the IoT device in the office, and in the IoT server room, we have one router, one switch, one server consisting of a DNS server and an IoT server and a central office server, and outside a cell of tower is placed to transmit the network. And we have simple restroom room. In this room, there are two IoT equipment, is two windows. Okay, next. Okay, for the next room is staff room. In this room, we have 5 computers, one printer, one telephone, and for the IoT device, there are 2 windows, 2 ceiling fan, 1 CCTV, and 1 automatic door, and 1 switch on the outside of the room. And for the next room is sub-professional room. In this room, we have 3 computers, 1 telephone, and 1 switch, which is outside of the room. And for the IoT equipment, there is 1 door, 1 fan, window, and CCTV. Next. Okay, the next explainer is Virgi.
Okay, thank you, Anna, for the explanation. I will explanation about configuration of IoT. First, we have a smartphone, cell tower, server, e-server DNS, IoT, and center office. And we have switch, and we must have the LCS 100 is 100 away. And for the IoT equipment is ceiling fan, light, window, and CCTV. And after preparing the existing tools, immediately create a topology according to the drawing. For the cable, we use automatic connecting cable for the easy configuration. And after the topology is complete, we access the home gateway to change the SSID and authentication. And in our project, we do not use a password. And then to connect with the home gateway, we access IoT object, for example, fan1, then click advanced, then IO config, change the network adapter to PT IoT and M1W. And this applies to all IoT device in our topology. After changing the adapter, change the SSID according to the previous configuration and do all to the IoT device. As you can see in the image, and then we assign the IP address to each ports in the router. Okay. After the configuration, we give the IP address to the backbone central office server by DHCP to the CLE router. Central office server FA0/0 with Cisco router gig 0/0 connect with chopper cross cable. For the configuration is router config IP DHCP full cell, router DHCP config network 192.168.1.0. For the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. And click enter for the router DHCP config default router 192.168.0.1, and this is for the gateway. And enter again for router DHCP config DNS server is 10.0.0.0.254, and we enter and typing EX for the exit this central office center. And after that, give the IP address to the home gateway by DHCP to the CLE router 2 by typing router config IP DHCP full IoT. IoT is our SSID, and then router DHCP config network 192.168.1.0 and 255.255.255.0. And click enter again for the router DHCP config default router 192.168.0.1. This is for the gateway, and next we click enter for the router DNS server 10.0.0.254, and we enter again and typing the exit. Okay, after the configuration in the CLI router, then give the IP to ESP in the server and IoT server. You can see in this image for the IP in the server and in the IoT server. Okay, for the last configuration is to access the IoT device, then go to config and go to the IoT server and select remote server and fill in according to the server that we have created with the admin user and admin password. And this is for the all IoT device. Okay, and make sure the smartphone is using the same provider as the cell tower in the 3G or 4G interface. And set the smartphone to use the interface and try to access the IoT monitor, then log in according to the IoT server. And for the username and password in IoT monitor is admin at admin. But for the first time, we have to sig up first, and we typing admin for the username and password for the username. Okay, maybe that's all explanation of configuration for me. Now for the output configuration will be explained by Anna.
Okay, thank you, Virgi. And for the output configuration is first on your smartphone or or on your laptop. First, for setting the IoT device in the office, input the IP address into the IoT server address. Then input the username and password as shown on this as shown on the screen that you open on your smartphone and or on your laptop. Then an IoT device will appear as like on our screen that you can setting or that you can control the IoT device on in the office. And some list of connected IoT device like on the screen. That's all my presentation. And the next explainer is Virgi. Virgi, sorry.
Okay, thank you, Anna and Virgi. And that brings us to the end of our presentation. But before we end the presentation, I would like to read you beautiful quotes from John Phillips. Technology makes things faster and more cost effective, but it's not perfect. It requires you to be as flexible as you can be. Okay, thank you for your time and attention. Goodbye and good night. Hey, good morning.